Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 2 of Aasif's podcast. I can't remember the title, so we'll just say Aasif's podcast.
It's called Fishtalks podcast.
No, the title of that particular video.
Okay.
Aasif, as a coach, what are some challenges that you are still trying to learn and overcome?
Since I'm dealing with kids in the public speaking training for kids. So whenever a learner performs in their first evaluation, the first few sessions, I set a benchmark for them. I picture their milestone speeches 8 weeks before the milestone itself. So in order to get them from here to there, from their current level to my expectation, that requires a lot of effort. Because you cannot directly tell them, okay, do this, do that. Because it's a future event that I have in mind. Because of experience, I know how much they can perform and how good it will turn out. I cannot explain it to them, but can only train them little by little in order to get there. So to make them to get there is a little challenging at times. Because there are very high performers who don't really know their potential. They can make people laugh like crazy, but they think they are not funny enough. There are people who could make people cry because of their voice and tonality, but they're not aware of it. So you need to make them aware of it by proving it to themselves, using them itself. That's a quite challenging part I have.
To make them believe what they are good at.
Yes, to make them realize it.
Not even knowing, just realizing and feeling like, really I'm capable. Because I remember training some kids and I told them, this is your strength. This is your strength. And over time, they are like, they forget that because they haven't realized it.
Yes.
So personally for me, that's you can even put it towards getting answers immediately through ChatgPT versus getting the deepest answer from people. So if you get it as a knowledge, like I have a question, I got the answer. Okay, fine. The answer will fade away over time. But there are people who sit down and let me explain from the root of it. That's when you not only get the answer, you also get the deepest meaning behind that particular answer.
Yes.
So these days we are able to get the answers fast. Because of that, we don't know which answer is more valuable. So I realized even Shuhai, when he's coaching, I know the answer is very simple. You can just tell him directly. Like tell him that your body language is your strength. But he goes very deep. He tells very specifically this area, that area, and why, and how he enjoyed when particular body language was shown, particular voice variations were shown, and how that while you were talking that, I noticed this learner, he was actually reacting in this way. And he had so many reasons behind that. And at that moment only, the learner actually takes that into the heart. So, but in terms of, kids' point of view, this is the boring.
It's boring.
Yeah.
But they'll remember it eventually.
Yes. So, okay. It's a pretty interesting thought that came. I immediately thought of ChatGPT and then that came.
Talking of ChatGPT is the enemy of us. You can go with any point and it will give you free validation. If you go and be like, I'm the smartest person. Yes, you're right. You're the smartest person. I'm so depressed. You're right. You're depressed. Now let me help you. If you want free validation, go to ChatGPT. You don't even need a person anymore. Yeah. Go there. You get the validation. I feel like killing myself. You are right. Kill yourself.
This doesn't disagree, right?
It doesn't disagree with anything.
Yeah. And you're like, okay. Thank you for accepting.
See, I'm right. Let me go and argue again.
Yeah. Okay. My next question is, actually, this is a thought I have. Which one works better? Getting the learners to do the work or okay, let me phrase it differently. Because this is not just a problem with kids, even for adults, it's a problem. Is pressure good?
Good.
Okay. Give me your reasons.
What kind of pressure are you referring to?
Any sort of pressure. Just explain in your own
Let me
context.
put it this way in terms of coaching. So even when I'm coaching, even though I have an end result in mind, I give them the topic based on the story they have in mind. So their story can be, I got late to school and then my mother scolded me. I went to school with so much, and they explain the process of getting to school. Only after getting to school, they realize it's a Saturday morning. It's a really good story. And I have 100 super duper ways to put it, but I won't tell it to them. For 2 weeks, I let them go through their own thought process. Go through it, get better, get better, get better. I don't give direct feedbacks. I give, make it from their own content itself. I give them feedback. And then maybe after the second or third week, I give them how to make it better and add my own thoughts to it. So if they don't go through their own preparation, they'll rely on the coach too much. That does not even make them a public speaker. That makes them rely on us. Even Mr. Shoaib did the same thing to me. Even I went to him with a speech. He spoke a lot of things, half of which I didn't even understand. Too much of information. And I was like, no, tell me, I'll write it down. I'm not going to tell it to you. You go, make your own version, come back to me. I'll make corrections to it, go back, make it again, come back to me again. I did it like 3 to 4 times in 6 hours. Back and forth. And then finally he gave me his feedback. So by the time I went to him for the 3rd or 4th time, I was already in the expected level that he had. So that's a good way. First, let them play, and then you go and teach them whatever they missed out. Pressurize them.
Yeah, it's called a good pressure, right? So the pressure, there are different types of pressure, right? Like shouting, like beating them. What? Why didn't you do it? That is also one pressure. Like I remember when I was at school, when the maths teacher walks into the class, we all feel that. Anyone can die today. Something like that. So that is bad pressure because it will make you perform with a trauma. Versus good pressure is, it comes from within, as like, for example, for you, when Shoaib gives that, you sometimes feel like, can I intellectually absorb all of those information? When he gives so much of information, you're like, oh my God, I should have taken notes, right? Because I don't think he's going to repeat it.
I screen record and watch it later.
Did you? You did? Okay. Oh, very smart move.
Okay. He'll be watching it like, I'm never doing anything to you again.
I have to check if you're recording and then only. Okay. So there you were safe, I think. You were able to learn. So that is you pushing yourself extra.
Yes.
Like a screen record is, I don't think if someone is not passionate about speaking, wouldn't think of recording. So writing is okay, that's one form. You're like, okay, I don't think he will be able to join. He's not always available. When he is joining a call, let me get the max out of it.
Yes.
So like record. So I don't think that's a bad thing, but need to ask Shoaib, is it okay?
Without your consent. You were mentioning about bad pressure, hitting the learners and people performing just because of the fear. That will get your work done immediately.
Yeah.
But in the long run, people will forget who you are.
They will hate you.
Or they'll not even remember you.
If it's trauma, they will
If it's trauma, they'll hate you. Or if you are a moderate level traumatizing person, they'll forget you.
Okay.
But if you ask in my life, I still remember my grade 1 class teacher. I remember my grade 8 Arabic teacher. I remember my grade 10 Sinhala sir. Grade 10 accounts sir. Because of the impact they created. A very good approach. They never blasted everything at once.
Who's your number one out of them?
Tough question. I can't say one.
Okay. Anyway, randomly pick one person and just explain what about them motivated you, what about their style that kept you going, and so on.
Okay. I'm going to pick one person. His name is Shadat. He's our accounts sir. What now? He is respected in the entire section. There's not a single student who will not respect him and not fear him at the same time. Not because of what he does inside the classroom, but for what he does outside of the sessions. Like, even if you go to him at 3 p.m., he'd be doing something that's very admirable. Usually teachers gossip in the staff room. He wouldn't involve in that. Yeah, he wouldn't judge people. He wouldn't scold for no reason. Forgiving, helping. So these small traits that he has outside of the teaching makes him respectable. So imagine a person who is so good in the outside while teaching and a mistake happens, it'd still be the same, right? He'll be even better if it's a learner. The mindset. I don't want to show my power and get the work done. I genuinely want to change your life. I want you to improve. That kind of a teacher or a sir would never use the bad pressure or the scolding mechanism. The mechanism is what made him likable.
I think you mentioned purpose.
Purpose. Must be.
Because of the purpose only, his mechanism, and because when you said during session versus he's more admirable and you can learn a lot when he is not doing sessions. Because of his strong purpose, he knows where to involve, where not to involve, what to do. And I'm pretty sure he's aware that people are watching him.
He's very aware of it.
Yeah.
He's a smart person.
So that's the difference between becoming a different person on stage, right? Like some speakers, I can even get your thoughts on that. Some people, when they get on stage, they become performative, which means not performative. They become a different person. When they are talking with you normally, they are a different person. When they get on stage, like, thank you so much for inviting me, and their normal voice is different. The body language, everything changes. Do you think it's good or bad?
Depending on the situation. So if you're a TV host, hosting a show, you obviously have to go in that tone. But if you're delivering a speech, it's better to go in a storytelling style. But I like to experiment with the tonalities I have. I like to go high, I like to go slow. I love to experiment. I'm someone who like to experiment that way, like put all the tonality into my voice when I'm on stage. Because in usual we talk just like how I'm talking to you right now. This is how I talk in usual. But on stage is the only time you get to experiment your voice. So why would you want to waste it?
Playing a role and character is different. I'm talking about based on who you are on stage, people obviously judge your personality, right?
Yeah.
And when you walk off the stage, if it's different, people are going to be like, wait, are you what? So changing voice in between and so on, that is not throughout. It's like once in a while you do that. But becoming a different person, the body language changes. Like you are like this kind of a person, and then on stage you're like robotic, for example. I'm talking about that level of that.
I think that's driving back to the purpose again. If your morals are same, for example, if I have not clipped my nails, I can't tell you to go and clip your nails and come. What I preach, I need to practice first. So if on stage you're preaching like the best person on earth, and the moment you get down from stage, you're a totally different person. You're totally opposite of that. Then people will start hating you. You need to be practicing your values and morals on stage, off stage, on social media, with your friends, without your friends, with your parents, your family. It has to be the same. You can't make changes to it. Even that side is the same thing. So he is the little effort guy. He doesn't say study for 2 hours every day. Study this. No. The first day he came to the class, he said, 10 minutes a day, you're going to allocate for accounting. Just 10 minutes. If you study for more than 10 minutes, you're disrespecting me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't study for 10 minutes, you're also disrespecting me.
So he didn't say you'll be beaten, you'll be punished, like you're disrespecting me. He took it personal.
No, because all of the learners have very much of respect towards him.
Okay.
They respect him so much. So that he took it to his unfair advantage. Like, if you study more than 10, less than 10 also no. Study 10 minutes a day and you will get an A. I guarantee that.
Wow.
Little things. He doesn't now. When we do things, I always think big. Big. Do everything big. Or don't do anything at all. That's the bad part of it. But he is like, even if there is a small thing, do it now. Get it done now. Could be a really small thing.
Sounds like the small problem we had before the podcast of you were thinking of calling later.
Yes.
So what do you think he was trying to do there? Like 10 minutes a day, is it? What is... So as a learner, you'll be like, what, 10 minutes a day? That's so simple and easy. And he's saying this will be a disrespect. Okay, that seems fine. Let me do it. So that is the direct message that they are getting. But I think there's an indirect intention and purpose behind the teacher's view. So what do you think that is?
Consistency and practice. Accounting, mathematics, all of these subjects, you need to be in touch. Most of the accounting students in O-levels, A-levels, they get a B instead of an A because of time management. If you can't manage the time and do the accounts, you get a B. So that 10 minutes a day practice that you do consistently will speeden up your accounting. That way your time is managed, you're in touch, you know what you're studying, and the next day you're fresh. So doing it for 2 years, obviously you're going to get an A if you practice it.
So there's time management practice involved in the 10 minutes.
Yes. And consistency, staying in touch.
Okay, I didn't think of time management as the thing. I thought of habit building.
2 in 1, no?
Yeah, both are there.
Yeah.
Yes.
A big purpose.
Because even for gym, people are like, oh, I had to book the membership, need to buy outfits. Yes. I need to get what are the sets to do, what weight to put, and so on. And that's why they keep delaying. So
they go 2 days and they never go to gym again.
Yeah.
You're talking about me. I'm that guy.
Oh, sorry. So, and then somebody advised, don't go to the gym, but going to the gym is your level 10. It's level 10 actually.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Going to the gym is level 10. So your level 1 is you walk for 10 minutes. And then you will get comfortable for 10 minutes and then make it a 20 minutes of like walk and then 10 minutes of some other, I don't know, push-ups and random stuff. And then you're going to get comfortable with a routine. So what's happening there is like habit forming.
Yes.
And then you will smoothly transition into level 10. The problem is that smoothness is what's missing. That's what people are like shocked about. This is too much for me.
Yes.
Because after that you have more, right? Food behaviors and increasing the weight. You might add another new fitness routine into it. So I think procrastination is one of the reasons is that. So we need to get comfortable with what is the closest thing that we can get to.
Yes.
That's easy and keep at it for a while. Like not even move to the next step. We all think about fast promotion, let me keep going to the next steps and so on. But we never think about getting comfortable with a step that is like in the gray area. Like you might fall this side or that side areas. Do you have any gray areas in your, so I know you want to progress so fast. You want to keep growing.
Speed.
You want to keep learning. So which area you are in the fence where you're like, you want to keep going, but I'm not still very, I haven't gotten used to this place, but I still want to keep growing, but I want to be stronger in this one before I go to the next step.
Procrastination.
Oh, I answered.
That's the answer. One moment you're like highly motivated. You do 10 tasks in 1 minute, that level of motivation. And then another moment you doom scroll for 2 hours and brain rot. So that's procrastination, social media, phone. These things need to be limited. That's the gray area for now. So the excuse I put is you're a content creator. You need to know about the content in order to create better content. And I just end up doom scrolling. So I need to set a fine line between learning and wasting.
So have you taken any steps to?
Not yet. I'm procrastinating.
I'm procrastinating my plan on overcoming procrastination.
Maybe tomorrow morning, first thing we'll do that.
Okay. So that's where getting started immediately will help. I had the same problem where like morning I realized, I have something important to do. Like basically on the previous night itself, I know something important I have to do. So the next morning also I know. So I drink tea. I'm like, I have to start doing it. Let me just get ready for it by just, going through some distractions and just let me watch if there's something on TV because I'm going to get started now in a while, right?
Before getting started.
Yeah. Wait, mom, do you want anything to buy? Because I'm going to the shop. I'll buy some yogurt because I need some energy. And then my mom is like, buy oil, onion. Okay, yes. And then I come back and then I'm like, now it's time to get started. Okay, before that, let me check if there are any messages.
You never end up doing it.
Yes, and then I do only like 10 to 20% of what was supposed to be done. It takes almost the entire day. But the next day, once or twice I have tried that where I don't think about getting ready for the task. I wake up, brush my teeth, eat. I have to eat, right? I have to eat breakfast as well.
Yes, of course.
And then immediately, no. I wake up, turn on my computer, I open what I have to do, and then I go and brush my teeth, eat, I come. There's no extra preparation time. I directly go for it. And I was able to finish those things in 1 hour.
That requires God level of discipline.
See, it's not even discipline. It's just opening and keeping things ready.
For that, you need discipline. Like after I wake up from the bed, I have a small nap in the sofa. And then I go and brush my teeth.
No, that is fine.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is whatever time you wake up, you are getting into it, is what I'm saying. It's not even waking up early. I said waking up as soon as I wake up, I do that. It could be at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Right, understood.
But I wake up, I turn on the laptop because I know I'm going to waste energy on unwanted things. Open the file as well. Because you know what? You start working and you realize the battery is low. Like, where's my charger? Okay. And then you waste more energy. So getting into it is what's going to waste a lot of time.
Yes. Once you get into it, it's like
mental preparation or physical preparation, both. So maybe that might work for that's what worked for me. You can try that.
Sure.
Like earlier sleepwalking, like set things up and then brush your teeth and do all the other work. Start. But first thing in the morning when you start, it's because I don't know, you wake up, you feel like this content is not enough for me. I want more. Like yes. It's really crazy. Okay. What do you think from your life that you had? I don't think you're a before social media person, right? When your childhood has phones, right? You had phone.
Yeah, headphones.
Okay.
No social media though.
Okay. What was your life like before, when did you start your first account? Any social media?
14.
When you were 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays, what do you think when are they starting to use social media?
I think it's still 14, but even before 14, they used their mother's or father's account or brother's or cousin's account.
Okay.
The difference I had was I didn't use anybody's account because nobody had an account because Facebook was introduced during that period. There was no Instagram at that time.
Until 14, how were you spending your free times? And how was your life like?
Awesome.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Physical activities.
Okay.
There was a lot of people involved. Sports. More people time than more phone time. Now it's more phone time. Even if you're connecting with people, you're connecting through phone.
People time as in daily?
Yeah. I think you can't put it as before social media, after social media. You can put it as childhood versus adulthood as well.
Okay.
Because in childhood, you meet your school friends and then you go to the religious school, you meet people there. You go to tuition, you meet people there. You go to play, you meet people there. And you don't even have a phone. The only difference is while talking to them, you don't use the phone. But during that time, you didn't even have a phone to use. So you're just 100% involved in that. And there's no distraction. So for example, if you're hanging out with friends, you get a message and it could distract you and you could be thinking of that message, the future uncertainties. But during that time, there was no message. The only fear you had was mother calling you to come home. Like, where are you? Come home immediately. That's the only fear you had. But now with phone, you have a lot of fear, no? Like deadlines, projects, assignments, or something related to work, or you lied to someone and came on a trip. So much of pressure involved about the future uncertainties that you fail to enjoy the moment at the present. That was not there during that time. It was living in the moment.
Do you miss that?
A lot. Because now you have to think of the future. If you don't think of the future, it's difficult to get things done, no? You'll miss deadlines, everything will happen. And if you're an overthinker, you automatically have that thinking of the future thing.
My problem is how fast is my problem. How fast is fast means, okay, before phones, people still were successful and they were rich.
Yeah.
They had the education as well. So there's no notification, there's no email. Maybe latest they put after 2 days it comes.
Yes.
And they were still able to achieve things fast as well.
Yeah.
Versus now, the number of tasks we get and all of that are like back to back, right? Social media success, LinkedIn success, it could be a office task success, personal goal success, and so on. So what I feel like is now this fast is faster.
Yes, it's faster. But at the same time, the level of distraction is even heavier. Back in the day, there was less distraction, very less distraction. There was a TV at home. That was the biggest distraction that
Only with one channel.
Yes. My biggest distraction was the serials, the TV cartoons.
Okay.
And my mother was okay with it as well. Like, oh, it's okay, fine, you watch it just 1 hour. No? But now the parents are fearing as to what their kid is watching on YouTube, which channel are they watching, what type of content are they watching, what kind of content do they watch when I am watching them, what kind of content do they watch when I am not watching them. There's so many issues and distractions in the present. But in the past, it wasn't like that. What goes on the TV? If you like to watch, if not, go.
Still watch. So I think, okay, distraction is also a good word.
It's fast. It's faster than before.
Yeah.
But there's more distractions than before also. That's why people don't succeed most of the time.
Are they distractions or too many options?
End of the day, it's a distraction. Too many options and you end up achieving none again. So it falls under distraction. Too much options could also be a distraction.
Yeah. Now, when you watch on TikTok, you're like, wow, I can do this. I can do this. I can start this business, that business, this business.
You end up starting none.
Yeah. Same problem. So, part of becoming confident is learning, right? There's always learning involved. And a part of life is going through socially awkward moments, especially networking is a big problem that most of us have. How do I talk to people when I don't know what to say? How do I handle it? And so on. Have you had socially awkward moments where like...
We all have, no?
Yeah, just mention one. Because I think that's very important because when learners come, they think we always know how to deal with any kind of situation. We never had any problems. That's why we are coaches. But in order to become coaches, we have had similar situations, sometimes worse and so on. And then over that, we decided, yes, all of these experiences taught me something to still become a coach and I still want to keep going. Do you have those kind of moments? At least one, if you can mention one.
Socially awkward moments is a very normal thing. If you go to a group of people who are strangers, you will obviously feel socially awkward. How to beat it is by being yourself into 200%. And what people think would be embarrassing, you do it. If you think laughing like an idiot, I would be embarrassing.
It was like an idiot, is it? Was
not idiot.
that you laughed like a
Laughing.
laughed in a good way and like an idiot. Your standard of stupid is
Imagine if I laugh in the good way. Okay. Sorry, I laughed.
really. Okay. Pick one scenario.
Yes. So when I was, I would like to bring in the speech master finals itself. So the people who came there came to watch the finals. The people who came to speak, the organizers, the parents, the guests, all of them were expecting a professional setup. And when I was there, obviously it was socially awkward. Not awkward, but it was not 100% comfortable because it's a lot of strangers in there. And then during the first half, I was like kind of sleeping and distracting myself through sleep. During the break, my friends were there. During the break only they came. So when they came, I was having a chat with them. The kind of chat now, this is also again, if you think of future uncertainties, you'll be sad, you'll be overthinking. In order to not think of the future uncertainties, you just need a distraction. Distraction to keep yourself in the present. I've mentioned this in another podcast as well. One way to keep yourself distracted is by counting backwards. Counting numbers backwards. Count backwards from 17, 16, 15. It requires your brain efforts. So you stay in the moment. Or you do tongue twisters. Another method is having friends who are stupid. Or who choose to be stupid in the moment. Like, so my friends came and they were like, so 2 days before the finals, they were like making fun of me. No, this is the kind of conversation I have with my friends. They were like, so Aasif, have you selected the songs and edits for posting after you win the speech master? You have to post it? No. Like, yeah, I've already selected the song, edits, cuts, frame, everything is done. Only I have to win it. After winning, I'll post it. Like, just post it now itself. Anyway, you're going to win, no? Post it now and then go and perform. So this is the kind of mindset these people have. They are aware of it, but just for the fun of it. They came for the event, and before I performed itself, they were like, why are there so many people? Like, look at the kind of expenses. They have gotten their attire, saris and blazers, the flowers, awards, chief, so many people. You're going to win it, no? You're the one who's going to win it. They should have just announced the title and called you and given you the trophy. So much of expenses unwantedly. So these kind of conversation will make you laugh.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I was like properly laughing while the other contestants were like panicking. Okay, next I have to talk. So once I was done conversing with them, I went to my other contestants, the other finalists. They were like, you seem to be very confident. You're very comfortable. We are only panicking. I'm also panicking. But just distracting yourself. Even after I performed, so I performed my speech, my prepared, my impromptu. After performing, there was a 1.5 hour break. So during that 1.5 hour break, it was a bloody serious moment. Okay, they are going to announce the award winner any minute, and I was seated with my friends. This bugger was like, he came, looked at the audience. Oh, won't they go home? Why are they even waiting? You only should stay. They should go home, no, because you're going to win it. Why are they waiting here? Tell them to go home, will you? Just wasting the time. Because I am winning it. Why are they waiting? So that kind of distractions keep you in the moment. And when you're in the moment, you're comfortable. That way you can get rid of the social awkwardness, everything that you have by being yourself. Social awkwardness comes when you want to impress or set a fake personality that you don't have. Being yourself will take away all that awkwardness.
Interesting. The good distraction and bad distraction, I think. Social media maybe is sometimes good distraction, but there are too many distractions.
Mostly it's bad.
Yeah. And what a friend does is, it's a very linear, one moment distraction. When you open social media, it has multiple stories, like different people. And it just, at the end, you feel more stressed when you keep
In
the
order
phone.
to get rid of awkwardness, you go to social media, it gives you depression.
It's
Oh my God.
Oh, this is too much information.
I'm awkward and depressed now. Two in one.
It's too much information is what I would say.
Yes.
It's not even present, right? It's not like connected to your movement and then it shows the right content right now. But what a friend did there is he just connected you in that moment itself and then made that moment even more relaxed.
Yes.
So which is interesting. I think maybe one of the reasons why people can win through high level of stress sometimes. For example, maybe Ronaldo might be having so much of stress when he goes for games. Versus some people who have practiced so much and they know if I'm not in the place where my mental capacity is kind of relaxed, if I go too hard, I might lose. So some sort of a happy, relaxed mindset has to come.
Yes, it has to.
In order for that, I'm going to chat with my friend before I do the performance. Or I might talk to some random people. So when you mentioned I spoke to random people before I went to stage, you mentioned it like an additional thing that you did that you're like, you did it without any intentions kind of thing. You want to know what they're doing. That's how you put it. But in my point of view, you actually you subconsciously tried to get comfortable with the environment. It's what I see.
Yeah.
So you had a chat with them and then that made you even more comfortable and confident because you know the people. So there's a lot of things that has subtext in your behaviors that you're not aware of.
I'm not aware of. Yes.
So I think somebody has to tell you or just...
I'll take note of it.
So things like while driving, practicing,
Yes.
and then you're talking to random people, even taking your friends. I don't know if they were available and they came, or you felt like they kind of make you feel stronger. You brought them.
I told you don't come.
Okay.
There's one guy who came. He is one guy I need to thank as well. I didn't thank him in the speech or any moment because he did not directly help me with my speech. He hasn't listened to my speech. He hasn't listened to my content. He didn't even ask what I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
He didn't care. Like, you're going to win it. That indirect support that dude gave me, it was a big support for me in the competition itself.
Indirect as in what?
This kind of distraction.
Okay. Yeah.
Distraction. It's not even it's a weird motivation that he gave. You know it's fake. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just building you up so much. But at the same time you feel motivated. Like, yeah obviously I'm gonna win. While talking to him, I'm also talking like a champion. Yeah, I've already won it, bro. I don't know why they are waiting. Because anyway, I'm gonna win it. They're just maybe they're waiting to clap for me or something. I go with the flow. I play along.
Yeah.
So that makes me also confident, I think. And end of the day, I read a quote that day. You collect your trophies at the practice. You win your trophies during practice. You just collect them at the competition.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Deep.
Yes. So it's no point panicking at the competition. You just there to collect your trophy. So in that way, he's right. I've mentioned this in a previous episode as well. After I deliver the speech, I can tell you whether or not I'll be selected, whether or not I will win, based on my performance.
Yeah.
Because I have practiced and I've kept a certain benchmark. If I perform in the same way, I'd be like, yes, I'm in. I've won it already. But if I have not performed it the way I practice, then there is a doubt. So that quote makes sense. You win it in the practice.
Mention that quote again. It makes a lot of sense.
You win your trophies during practice. You just collect them at the competition. So I went to collect my trophy.
Yeah. So I think it's scouting. They have this. They earn a badge. They earn a badge, right? So each badge is so valuable. There's no final trophy there, right? Is there a final
Scouting?
Yeah.
Not sure.
It's just earning.
I think so.
So technically, if you collect all those badges and make a trophy, basically, on the final stage, you're like, come collect this.
Yes.
But your practice and achieve the small time that you spent with different coaches, it's invisible pieces that kind of
Winning
made
it,
the
yes.
finals trophy.
Yes.
Interesting. I really like scouting related stuff because you work so hard to earn one badge. Like it's so valuable. It doesn't say how many hours you spent on that,
Yes.
but it's highly valuable. It's like it shows the dedication, which is interesting. The value for you allocate a value for something. You are in charge of what value you want to allocate on that. Great. Is there anything that I have missed?
Yes, I also want to share one more thing. So this I'm sharing because it's not something that I want to share, but I'm sharing it because you're told to share the biggest secret you have.
Oh,
Okay. You can explain that theory to the audience.
sure. Okay. I was like, you want me to tell my biggest secret?
Not in the podcast.
Yeah. So what I believe in is the more that you give, the more that you learn. Wait, more that you give, the extra that you learn. Yeah, I think the word extra is very important because the more that I teach you, the better I understand it is something different. Versus the more that I teach you, I run out of things to teach you because I have already taught you that, and my brain is looking for more information.
Yes.
So, which I think is really interesting. So, whenever you get a chance, practice giving as much value as possible, and only that will make you intelligent, smarter, having that desire to search and learn for more information. So, that's what I love about helping individuals. When you help individuals, I'm not talking about on stage you give the best, the full. That is also one. But even in individual interactions, give your full maximum value. Number one, you're going to earn their trust, and they will obviously recommend your connection with other people as well. As a person, that's your brand. People will recommend, whenever I talk to this guy is giving so much of ideas and value, and it's coming from a very genuine place. So you win one person's heart so much, organically they are going to recommend you. That's number one. That is more valuable than your presence on stage. And second thing is, yes, when you're on stage, also give your maximum. No need to keep some information that are like the best hacks in the world that only you know, that you keep it to yourself because you're like, that's my secret ingredient. I'm not going to tell that to anyone. I would like just say that as well. Because only when you say it, you will be like, okay, I'm done saying that. Let me search for something
more,
additional. Yes. What is your biggest
So
secret?
in that way, okay. Big secret reveal time.
Oh.
Structure of speech.
Yeah.
When you're opening a speech, you need to hook your audience. Hook them to your speech. After you hook them, they're all in your hand now. The body of your speech need to have a story that will retain the audience with you. They need to forget that you're listening to your speech. They need to be like, oh my God, this is awesome. You need to retain them. And when you're letting go of them, because the entire time you're keeping hold of it, when you're letting go, you need to leave them with an impact to go home and think. So this is what I've been teaching and I've been practicing as well. One more thing I incorporated into my speech master, the final speech, the champion speech, is when you're leaving with an impact, you need to also remember to leave them at your peak.
Yes.
You need to talk. When you're at the peak level of your speech, let go of them. That way, when you're leaving them in that place, they'll be like, keep talking. Stop talking when they want more.
Yeah.
They need to get the feeling, oh my God, I wish this guy spoke for the next 2 hours. It's so awesome. That is how you leave an impact. That's not related to impact as well. That's a personal brand that you create. Oh my God, that's a wonderful communicator. Stop when they want more. Doesn't mean you stop in the beginning itself. When you're done with your speech, build the hype, let go of them.
Yes. Totally, I agree.
That is one technique I followed in Speech Master as well. I built up the emotion, and then I let go of them. I don't know I have never asked the audience feedback about my speech. But maybe they felt like they wanted to hear more. Could have.
Yes.
I need to get feedback.
True. Because the same concept applies to events. People are like, give me more, give me more. Like, for example, if we recently had a music singing event, and people are like, they started to enjoy it so much. Okay, we already completed 2 hours. We wanted to finish in that. Like, we put the best song at the end. Like, people are like, oh, fully hyped out. They're like, yes, yeah, this is the best feeling ever. And after that, they want more of that. Like, so they're like, give me more, give me, want 10 more songs, 20 more songs. And I recommended not to give extra.
Let go of them.
Yeah, because if they fully enjoyed it, it's not with bad intention of, that's all for you. Anything of too much is not good, basically. Because if you enjoyed that moment and you really felt like, okay, I got the max out of that day, you might take a long break from those kind of experiences.
In order to keep them from coming again, you're doing that. Okay.
Right? Because there's a lot of people interaction. They were networking. They met so many new people. And some people said, I'm an introvert, but I really enjoyed this today. So many benefits are there to this kind of events. But if they got the maximum out of that and they decided, I don't want to come for a long time, now they're going to get back to the introvert life, which is not going to be a good thing.
True.
That's what I love about events. What's a core thing there? You're making friends, you're practicing how to talk, you're really discovering yourself at the event. You're like, oh, in real life, I'm okay. I didn't expect me to be this comfortable. So many things are there. So that is not like a trick where we want people to feel like, you miss it. But there are so many good intentions behind that.
Yes, I agree.
So after you stopped your speech at the peak, I'm pretty sure some people might even go and start to search about speeches, how to do a good speech. Or they might even go and search for one of your speeches. Oh, I want to know about this guy a little bit more. He has Instagram. He does podcast as well. He does podcast with kids. Oh, this is so cool. He does coaching as well. So if you did the full, they're like satisfied.
And the next time you get on stage, they'll be like, this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
They'll get back to the square one again.
Yes. Right.
I have a segment for you. Since you're a stand-up comedian, I'm going to crack some jokes. I'm going to try something, experimenting something.
Okay.
It could go wrong, it could go right. Just try not to laugh challenge.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You're laughing.
Did we start? No, right?
No. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What do you call a sleeping bull?
A sleeping bull?
Bull.
Sleeping bull.
A bulldozer. Okay, going strong. What do you call a Chinese guy with a camera? A filming. Filming. Okay. No reaction. Okay. Why do some couples don't go to the gym together? Because some relationships don't work out. I got you there. Okay.
True.
Personal experience.
No.
Okay. Cool. I won the challenge. Oh wait, you did try it.
I didn't even. You prepared. I didn't prepare.
You're a stand-up comedian. You're prepared 24/7.
Like no, I'm not a one-liner comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Anyway, let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, classic. We'll try some classic one. What do you call the superstar when he can't climb the stairs? Oh, I thought you're answering. Oh, not answering. Okay. Rajini can't.
He can't. Okay.
Classic. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next episode.